come around to say hello. One-on-one, I'm so fly. You took a nosedive. Careful when you play on my level. For you, it's so. Hey, hello.
Motorola Razr 50 Ultra. Flip the script.
Hello, Moto.
Jairam Ramesh said in his statement, DDLJ, that behoves the Congress party, the grand old party of India, that behoves the standard of discourse in this country, and the party that actually was meeting China when, there was a standoff in Doklam. Is that the party that should be giving others lessons on how to behave? And could the Congress's questions have waited till the Prime Minister returned home for seeking details, which is your right, every citizen's right to know? But to wait till the Prime Minister is back from foreign shores to answer those questions? Or are these things inane, where the Congress party only talks about teaching philosophy to the BJP, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, while it itself flouts every rule in the book, including with the Rahul Gandhi saying, unke soldiers hamare soldiers ko peet rahe the.
Mr. Sanjay Jha has jumped from China to America, then to Maldives and to here and there, but you have given a reference of Rahul Gandhi, so I would like to remind, in Galwan, 20 of our soldiers got martyred in a hand-to-hand fight. Not even a single bullet was fired. And to the wisdom of those who are sitting against me in this panel, they believed the Chinese data that not even a single was injured from the Chinese side. And then they said कि हमारे लोगों को मार रहे थे. इनकी बुद्धि कितनी मति मारी हुई है ये समझ में आता है. 20 लोग हाथ की लड़ाई में, डंडे और कटीले तारों से लड़ाई में हमारे शहीद हो गए और उनके किसी को खरोंची नहीं आई. China has not issued even a single name in which they were even injured. As per the international assessment, there are 55 to 60 soldiers of China died. But they believe in their statistics. Because Rahul Gandhi believes in the Chinese statistics that there is no unemployment. The fact of the matter is, Sanjay Jha ji is a well-read person, so he must be knowing. From January 23 to July 24, the rate of unemployment in China became 24%. From August 23 to January 24, China has not published any data of unemployment. Then they changed the basis. Then again from January 24 to July 24, it becomes 17%. But there is nothing, no unemployment. And then say that the China is very well ahead of us, the ranking in media. Sanjay Jha ji, you might be knowing the name of Mr. Li Shangfu. He was the defense minister of China and he disappeared. There is no murmuring in media, no question. But it is the freedom of media is above us in China. And you know the meaning, you have heard the name of Mr. Qin Gang. He was the foreign minister of China. He disappeared. There is no news in Chinese media. Still they are above it. Then another Mr. Lu Yongchao. He is an elite commander of rocket force, practically number 2. He also disappeared. There is no news. In the last plenary, the only one footage is available in which Hu Jintao is being literally taken out of the meeting. Other than forget about a briefing, not even a single photo available. Still, they are having much more freedom. But coming to today's topic, forget about these allegations because this is enough for any wisdomful Indian to understand that how they believe maybe the appeasement of the agreement which they are having with China, वो करार का इकरार है या करार का प्यार है अलग बात है. But coming to today, it is having a very global impression today when the China has come for the first time in the recent history. China has backtracked its claim. If they are agreeing that they are coming to pre-2020 situation, it means they are forfeiting their claim, which has never happened, I think, after Vietnam. But one more thing you would like to say. If you look at the entire Eastern Asia, from South Korea to Japan to Vietnam to Philippines to Australia to Cambodia, it is only India which can work as a sheet anchor. And second thing, Prime Minister Modi has gone to Russia 2 times. Definitely, Russia is having a very good relations with India. And if you look at the diplomatic isolation of China, there are only 2 countries who are standing with China at any cost, North Korea and Pakistan. Other than this, the only major country standing with them is Russia. And Russia is having equally good relations with India. So even if it is been a role of Russia, so I think Prime Minister Modi has very dexterously used the diplomacy. Iran situation, I'm talking about the level of Russia. Then the Turkey you can say. But sir, what is the situation of Iran?
So now the list is increasing.
Sanction. वो लोग किसको क्या मदद कर सकते हैं? But I am talking about Russia, and I think there is only one leader in the entire world today. Within 1 month, you have seen that Mr. Modi was giving hug to Putin and also to Zelensky, which none of the head of the state can have. So definitely we have reached way ahead, Sanjay Jha, from non-aligned to all aligned. और जो अभी आप बता रही थी, एक मैं फैक्ट बता दूं, इनके जमाने में क्या होता था. Jawaharlal Nehru on 21st of June 1952, when the Chinese forces have already entered into Tibet, has provided 3.5 lakh tons of rice to feed the Chinese army, and it is mentioned in the press conference of Jawaharlal Nehru, 21st of June 1952, Series 2, Volume 18. और पेज नंबर कहिएगा तो पेज नंबर भी बता दूंगा. और ये वो समय था जब वो तिब्बत में अत्याचार कर रहे थे. और जानते क्या था, चाइनीज आर्मी भूखों मर जाती उस जमाने में, क्योंकि उनका नियरेस्ट शहर था चांगडू, जो 2600 किलोमीटर दूर था, और हमारा तावांग 200 किलोमीटर था. तो फ्रॉम हिस्ट्री टू प्रेजेंट, I think the myopic view of, rather than sadistic view of Congress party, and which is a pathetic view of Congress party in the foreign policy, they are not able to see the actual truth that in which way India has got positioned under the leadership of Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi.
Absolutely. Are you in denial, Vivek Srivastava? The question tonight is that India can balance Iran and Israel at the same time, Ukraine and Russia at the same time. When President Putin says that we don't even need a translator, it shows the position that India has. When Xi Jinping sits across the table and goes to a pre-Galwan position in an agreement with India, it does say that without war, India can dictate terms, can find breakthroughs. I want to ask you, Vivek Srivastava, will we make fun of this as well, and will we take political pot shots on this as well?
No, absolutely not. I would say Hindi Chini bhai bhai, and if India and China are having a friendship, तो इस दोस्ती को लाल सलाम हम तो कहेंगे. और लेकिन the point is, Sudhanshu Trivedi is talking of a different thing, whereas the foreign minister and the prime minister is doing something altogether different. You first need to decide, do you like China or you don't like China? You think it's a good country or it's not a good country? You think they are having a human rights record or they are not having a human rights record? So they are confused. The problem is, after suffering negation at the hands of Canada and strictly at the hands of the United States of America and being rejected by the Europeans, now the Honorable Prime Minister has no way but to do what we had been requesting him for the last 10 years to do. And that is to join the Russian, Chinese, North Korean, Iran and the other axis.
This is an entirely new interpretation of what has happened. आपको अमेरिका ने डरा दिया, आपको रशिया ने डरा दिया, आपको यूरोप ने डरा दिया, कनाडा ने डरा दिया, इसलिए आप चाइना की गोद में चले गए. Sudhanshu Trivedi, please respond.
Not even 30 seconds, not even 10 seconds to me. वो 2.5 मिनट बोल रहे हैं, यहाँ 10 सेकंड नहीं दिया आपने मुझे.
भाई आपकी सीटें कितनी है पार्लियामेंट में?
नहीं, पार्लियामेंट में 10 सीटें, उसका मतलब क्या? मत बुलाइए फिर, अगर आपको बुलवाना नहीं है तो. अगर अपोजिशन मैटर ही नहीं करता है, आपको सिर्फ रूलिंग प्रवक्ता को बुलवाना है यहाँ 5-5 मिनट, तो फिर आप उन्हीं को बुलवाइए.
अरे भैया,
I have not even spoken.
You have spoken. You have given the biggest. You have given the biggest interpretation that I didn't think was humanly possible. Don't you want a response from the government, or do you know everything? Do you know everything about this agreement? Don't you want to hear it from the government? Hold on, Vivek Srivastava.
नहीं, आप सुनिए ना. आपके चैनल पर वो रिटायर्ड फौजियों की फौज जो बैठा करती थी, और जब मैं कहता था इंडिया शुड टॉक टू चाइना एंड वी मस्ट गो एंड बी फ्रेंड्स विद देम, तो कहा जाता था ये सारे कम्युनिस्ट चाइनीज एजेंट हैं, बैठे हैं यहाँ मेजर, इनसे पूछिए ना आप कहाँ है वो फौज, उन सारे फौजी जनरल्स की, जब मोदी साहब वही कर रहे हैं जो हम 10 साल से रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे थे कि आपको अपने पड़ोसियों से दोस्ती करनी पड़ेगी. यू नीड टू हैव एन अंडरस्टैंडिंग.
पड़ोसी तो आप भी हैं. पड़ोसी
नहीं,
तो आप ही हैं, आप
तो
दोस्ती कर लीजिए ना बीजेपी से, पड़ोस में बैठते हैं पार्लियामेंट में। लेकिन गौरव आर्या, do you agree with this interpretation given by Vivek Srivastava here, who says because we are terrorized by Canada and US and Europe, we have no option but to go and talk to China and beg for this position? Do you agree with that?
I think Vivek has got it wrong, and I would like to explain. He's wrong politically, and he's wrong geopolitically also. Now, what has happened here is there are 2-3 things. Of course, the Indian Army deployment along the line of actual control, that is one part of it. Not just the Army, also the Air Force and also the Navy at various places. The second thing is that these two conflicts, Navika, which are happening. So we're talking about Russia and Ukraine, and we're talking about Iran's proxies and Israel. Now, what is happening is this has unsettled the entire world. And after that, nobody's looking at China right now. When I say nobody, I mean the West. Every single national security doctrine of the Western countries, be it America, be it Canada, be it Germany, Italy, the United Kingdom, even Australia for that matter, everybody says that China is threat number one. Every country in the West. Right? Now, what is happening is because of their preoccupation with the Ukraine war and the Israel-Hamas-Hezbollah-Iran nexus, they are unable to focus on China. It is also China which wants peace with India because they do not want a belligerent India on their doorstep when these wars stop. And both these wars in 2025, late 25, they will simmer down or they will stop. That is number one. Number two. Number three, I would like to point out for the attention of Mr. Vivek Srivastava is that saying that Canada से डर लग गया, क्या Canada है? Canada का खुद 20 और 20 सर एक मिनट kindly
नहीं सर, मैंने डर शब्द नहीं यूज किया है, मैंने कहा डिप्लोमेटिक फेलियर हो चुका है वहां, ये शब्द।
अच्छा सर एक मिनट, kindly don't interrupt and I apologize to you if I've misquoted you, sir. That was not my intent. आपने ये बोला है कि मतलब कि डिप्लोमेटिक फेलियर हुआ है, whatever the case may be. What I want to say is that Justin Trudeau himself has said on record he has no case. He says I have no evidence. मैंने ऐसे ही बोल दिया, इंट आया था, CSIS ने इंटेलिजेंस दिया था, मैंने बोल दिया, मैंने मुंह खोल दिया. 20 MPs of his own Liberal Party want him to step down. 20 signatures are there and they are saying by next weekend they would have had 32 signatures. They need 50 actually, 32 signatures, which is more than a half mark. That is second thing. Thirdly, you see this entire thing about कि Canada is a lightweight in diplomacy. Yes, the
what about
US,
United States?
Yes, I'm coming to that, sir. I'm coming to that. Yes. So the United States, remember, in Canada, who mentioned it? It was the Prime Minister, the head of state of Canada. In the US, the president did not say anything. They're dealing with it at a ministerial level. And America is using this hook to pressurize. You think America cares two hoots about Gurpatran Singh Pannu if he comes under a bus and dies tomorrow? No. America doesn't care. What happens is... सर
नहीं तो इशू क्यों रेज करते हैं सर? सर मैं आपसे सवाल पूछता हूं सर, अजीत डोभाल कंफर्टेबली जा सकते हैं अमेरिका अभी? एक सीधा सवाल है।
एक मिनट नहीं सर, आप पहले 10 सवाल पूछे, मैं उनका जवाब दूं, फिर आप 11वां पूछेंगे गलत।
नहीं मैंने तो एक ही चीज आपसे सवाल पूछा, अजीत डोभाल साहब अमेरिका जाएंगे।
मेरी एक रिक्वेस्ट है आपसे सर, आप एक भी मत पूछिए बीच में जब मैं बोल रहा हूँ। जब आप बोलेंगे मैं चुप रहूंगा सर, मैं चुप रहूंगा। आप आधा भी मत पूछिए, मैं पहले आपके सवालों का जवाब दे दूं, नेक्स्ट टाइम जब मेरा टाइम आएगा तब मैं पूछूंगा। सो आई जस्ट एंड इन 30 सेकंड्स। मैं सिर्फ ये कहना चाहता हूं कि ऑल दीज रिलेशनशिप्स आर बीइंग मैनेज्ड, देयर आर वेरियस जियोपॉलिटिकल फैक्टर्स at play here. Like for example, when they use Pannu and they pressurize, actually the issue is not Pannu. Nobody cares about Pannu. Pannu की zero value है. The thing is that when India buys Russian oil and when India buys S-400 from Russia, इनको दिक्कत होती है. When India says we will not condemn Russia, इनको दिक्कत होती है. When India says we seek strategic autonomy, इनको दिक्कत होती है. And the Pannu case is a hook in all this. And finally, I would like to say, तो क्या हुआ अगर निज्जर को मार दिया? क्या हुआ? What is the big problem in killing somebody abroad? They sent 40,000 troops, Canadians. 40,000 बंदे अफगानिस्तान में भेजे हैं. Human rights violations के केस चल रहे हैं उनकी स्पेशल फोर्सेस पे. 3,000 बंदे मार दिए वहां पे कनाडा ने. कनाडा को क्या प्रॉब्लम थी 9/11 से? कनाडा पे अटैक हुआ था. They entered into Libya, they entered into Lebanon, they entered पूरे mid. I'm talking about Canada, not the United States of America.
Talk about the United States also, no?
US, sir, US is the major crook. उसके बारे में क्या बोल रहे हैं?